Hello, I'm Mitra Sorrells in the PhocusWire studio, and I am joined by Koert Grasveld. He is Vice President of Payments at TerraPay. Welcome.
Thank you for having me here.
Maybe if you can start by just giving us a better understanding of who and what TerraPay is.
More than happy to do so. So TerraPay is a global cross-border payments company providing business-to-business and business-to-consumer payment solutions, being it payouts into bank accounts, mobile wallets, or via virtual credit cards. We have spent the last 10 years building a pretty sophisticated payment infrastructure that basically allows our customers to process instantly transactions from A to B. What we've done in order to achieve this is to build these connections directly with the banks in 106 countries, which is pretty unique because we started from an emergency background. Although TerraPay is new within the travel industry, we are in business for more than 10 years. We started in the remittances business, like person-to-person transactions. And we basically process transactions for all the bigger money transfer companies out there. What we've seen is that this rails can be used for more than just person-to-person transactions. So we started 2 years ago with like business-to-business payouts, bank account to bank account. And since we started in the emerging markets, mobile wallets is pretty key because locally in Africa, there are many players out there or individuals that even don't own a bank account. So they want to get paid in the mobile wallet itself. We've done all the integrations and all the hard work over the past 10 years to have everything connected with a full 100% coverage. That's in a nutshell what we do.
And did I hear you say, and you're looking at various sectors of travel or any specific?
No, so travel in general.
Okay.
Since I have the background in travel, I know that every sub-vertical has its own preferences, their own challenges. So travel is one of the verticals that we touch. We do have social media, we do have retail, we do e-commerce as well.
Okay.
But travel is at the moment the biggest vertical on our side.
Okay, so, and you kind of referenced it there. So you have many years of experience in the travel, in the payments industry, working for several travel players. What made you decide to move to TerraPay?
Interesting question. So I think it's now almost 15 years that I'm active in the travel industry, working for these multinationals, 20,000 plus employees, where processes were written, procedures were in place. Basically, they've proven their existence, right?
Right.
So early last year, I got in contact with one of the founders of TerraPay, who basically very passionately was telling about the solutions TerraPay was working on. And it didn't take that long to convince me in order to say, okay, what we do, we can definitely bring in for travel. Since my background is there and I have the network, I felt like this is definitely a no-brainer to come on board and start working on it. And especially since travel runs a bit through my veins.
Yeah.
My parents have been in the hospitality hotel industry for quite some time. So I started young there as well. And I've seen all the different subcategories within the industry itself. So yeah, it was great to jump on board there and start building these processes, having the opportunity to build a team and just spread the solution out there.
So, knowing that you have that history and that background, clearly you know that there are a lot of solution providers. Give me a sense of what you believe differentiates TerraPay.
So there are indeed many players out there that can do payouts. We started in the emerging market. So we literally started building in Africa, focusing on there, moving to Asia and LATAM. Yes, we can do Europe. Yes, we can do the US as well. But what we've seen, there we can truly make a difference. One of the other things is basically the connections that we have built. Those are direct connections to have like real-time payments. And by real-time, I mean like 30 seconds. A transaction from Hong Kong to Kenya, it hits your bank account in 30 seconds. COVID learned us that speed of payments is becoming more and more important. Having a healthy cash flow is king. So if you are basically being able to offer that solution to instantly pay instead of like using the traditional rails where there's a settlement time of 3, 4, 5 days if there's a weekend or a bank holiday in between, sometimes even longer, that's not something you want these days.
Right. So give us a sense, we're getting ready to come up on the new year, fresh start. Give us a sense of kind of what is on the roadmap for TerraPay. What are you working on?
So, like I said, there are many opportunities still out there and we're continue building. So first, from a coverage perspective, we only have 106 countries, while there are many more out there. So we continue building on adding more countries to our portfolio. Card to account is one of the solutions we're working on. To give you some background on how it works is basically there are still many hotel properties or vendors that do not accept a virtual credit card or a credit card itself in order to get paid. So many players are still relying on the traditional rails to do a bank transfer in order to get the funds over. What we do is we basically allow these merchants to use their credit card and basically benefit from the credit lines that they get from the issuer, and then still being able to get the vendors being paid, regardless if there's a credit card acceptance. We basically acquire the card and take care of the second leg of the transaction, meaning we will just do a normal bank transfer to these players in order to get paid. And one of the other things
No, go ahead.
One of the other things for which is upcoming for Q1 next year is our own virtual credit card solution. It's not something completely new, but it is more in order to basically have a more complete offering for our customers, where we see that there is a true need for that as well, but also just again to fill these gaps in the emerging markets where even the bigger players are not present yet.
Okay, a lot on your to-do list, it sounds like.
A lot of things to do on the list, indeed.
Wonderful. All right, Koert Grasveld, thank you so much for joining us.
It's a pleasure. Thank you very much.
Thank you.